Hi everyone, I'm Sophie from Creative Arts East, and today I'm just going to show you how to link a laptop up to a TV using an HDMI cable. This is for if you're taking part in one of our digital events. This could be a film screening or a live performance that's a digital event, and you don't want to watch it on your laptop. You'd rather have a better experience watching it on a bigger screen. And it's really simple to do, it's really easy, but I'll just talk you through it in case you've no idea how to do it. So we'll show you. HDMI cables, I'll show you a close-up of what it looks like, but I'll also just pop a link in the description for one that you can buy in case you haven't got one. You've probably got one lying around at home, you might not even know that you have. Or they're quite accessible to get. I think you can get them from the supermarket. On top of that, we are just going to go into some specifics today about the Filmbank Media virtual screening rooms. It's a platform that we're currently using to show you, you can access it to watch a film, and we had a recent screening using it, and we just thought it might be helpful to do a more in-depth tutorial, I suppose, on what that looks like, what to expect, how to log in, stuff like that. So let's get started, and I'll just show you how to hook up the HDMI cable to begin with. So I'm just showing you a close-up here of an HDMI cable. This is what it looks like. This is the end of it. And then if we just go over to a laptop, so this is my laptop, and it actually does say where the HDMI cable is, so you can see HDMI, and obviously it's the same shape as the cable, so you'll be able to identify it even if it doesn't say specifically. And you'll also have this in the back of your telly somewhere, so just keep your eyes peeled. My TV's got multiple channels, so let's show you how to hook it up. So I've just shown you what the HDMI cable looks like and what the ports look like. So I've gone ahead and linked up my laptop to the telly, and I now just need to tell the telly what port I've used. So I'm going to turn the telly on. It's always good. And once it loads, we want to click this button called sources. It'll be different on everyone's devices, but we need to tell the telly what input source we're using. So in my instance, I'm using HDMI 3, so I've scrolled along HDMI 3. That's not very good, is it? Something's amiss. When in doubt, unplug it and plug it back in. So there you go. That's a good bit of troubleshooting for you there. Don't panic if something goes wrong. Just take it out and do it again. It's usually fine. So they're talking to each other. That's great. This will pick up the audio from the laptop as well, because the HDMI does audio and sound. So when you're using the TV, you can use a remote to turn it up and down, but remember, if you haven't turned up the volume in the actual screening rooms, you might have a lower sound quality. So I'll show you how to do that in a little bit, but that's quite essential. If you're turning the volume right up and you're still like, oh, I can't hear it, try turning it up in the actual browser. In case I haven't mentioned it, I'm using Google Chrome because that is probably the best web browser to use. It's the most compatible with the screening rooms. So I'd recommend you just download it, and that you set up your computer and everything well in advance of the screening time, maybe half an hour in advance, and then you can just nip and get your popcorn, get your snacks, that kind of thing. And it's all ready to go. So, also worth noting that I've just popped my laptop here on a little table just to keep it out of the way, and you will need to leave it open when watching the film, but you can sort of turn it round. You can put it on the floor, you can get it out of the way, just because otherwise it might be a bit annoying having them right next to each other. That would be my preference anyway. Okay, so we're going to wait for the screening to go live and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we've logged in to the screening rooms and this is what you will see. So you'll see a countdown to when the film's going to begin. And up here, firstly, we'll take a look at these 3 lines in the corner. I'm going to click on those. If you're experiencing some technical issues, hopefully this video will help. But secondly, if you need to have a look, there's a FAQs section here. It just talks you through some of the common issues that people experience and how to resolve them. But hopefully you won't need that. And plus, when you book the event, you should be sent some troubleshooting guides as well. So if you then want to leave this, you then click the 3 lines again, go back to home, and what we're going to do shortly is we're going to do a test setup. So I'll show you that, but just to explain as well, on this side you'll see a chat function. So you just type in your name and you can join the chat function, and all that we would ask is that you don't use this chat function if you're having technical difficulties. Drop us an email, because it's so much quicker, because the chat gets filled up with lots of people talking about the film. If you want your issue resolving quicker, drop us an email. So we just use the chat function. People generally tend to say where they're watching from, and point out things in the film that they like and want to talk about. So it's a good little conversation thing. So I'm going to pop my name in and join the chat. And we can already see a few people here have said hello, welcome to the test screening, all seems to be okay. I'm just going to say hello. Hello. There we go. So that's the chat function. Okay, so I'm just going to explain to you how to make the player full screen and also what these buttons mean. So at the bottom of so this is my laptop screen we're looking at the moment. So firstly, you've got your volume there, and you must make sure that that's turned right the way up, otherwise you might get quite, quiet playback. And then these buttons over here, the one with the 4 squares, if I can just get it to focus for you. The one with the 4 corners is to make it full screen, and the dots allow you to do things like captioning, subtitles, and adjust the resolution. You don't normally need to adjust the resolution, but certainly, if you want the subtitles on, that's really great. So I'm going to test the sound shortly. If I just click full screen, and then we're just going to click to play. So
with Filmbank Media, you can enjoy great content wherever you are.
there you go. So that was an example. Seemed really good to me, worked well. And just to note, we'll have some Creative Arts East representatives on here monitoring the chat and just making sure everyone is happy and ready to go. So I hope that you found this video useful. We'd love to hear what you think about the film, about the experience, how it's made you feel. You know, we hope that it's really benefiting people to access cinema during lockdown and during these difficult times. And we want to know how that makes you feel, and also what kinds of films you want to see. We want to know what to put on next, and your input would really help guide us along the way. So please get in touch. We'll be sending out post-event feedback surveys, which are super useful, so please do complete those for us, because it just helps improve the experience for everyone in the future, so that would be really great. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we really hope you enjoy the film. Thank you.